Oh,
Cool. So I'm here with Lee, who is part or working within Robinson Caravans. What about maybe Lee, you make a bit of an intro into kind of like what your position and role is within Robinsons, if that's okay?
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. My current position in Robinsons is I am the sales manager at the Chesterfield
Mhm.
branch. So that's my current position at this moment in time. I've held it for about 6 months, I think now, something like that.
Okay.
So, do you want to know a little bit about my history or anything like that, or
Yeah, please go for it.
history? Yeah. Well, basically, I first started working with Robinsons in 2002.
Okay. Well,
So I've been here all in all 20 years,
yeah.
quite a long time, quite a long time. But I first started off as doing sales. So I did a couple of years on sales. Then after that, I kind of like went into doing the handovers.
Mhm.
Then did about 3 or 4 years on that. Then went into doing the admin.
Yeah.
And that's the one where I kind of stuck it for longest. I did the admin for probably about 10 years plus, give or take, something like that.
Yeah.
And then obviously sales manager for the last 6 months.
Yeah. There
And
you
then next, who knows?
there you go. So I mean, you've been through the transition after
Yeah.
like we've acquired the business. Could you maybe go into, what it was like maybe working before and what it's like working now? If there's no differences, there's no differences, but
No, the thing is, there's a few. The main differences for me, to be honest, because a lot of people always kind of ask me because I've been here a long time and I've never really gone on to what some people would say is higher jobs, such as like managers, stuff like that. So a lot of people ask me, why have you never done that before?
Mhm.
And one of the main simple answers really is the people who owned the business before it got took over. For me, there was never that kind of encouragement and working for the right people that you need to
Mhm.
kind of like move forward and try and progress with things. Really, it
Mhm.
was it was kind of like a little bit, for me personally, a little bit stale. Really, the atmosphere wasn't right and the conditions weren't right and stuff like that. The money wasn't right, but then
Mhm.
obviously things happen, change of ownership, and then it was mainly a lot of it. To be fair to him, I don't really want to big him up too much, but a lot of it were down to Jared. To be
Yeah.
fair, because he's been the one that's took over. I've known him for quite a long time and stuff like that, but he was a large part of the reason why I thought, something, yeah, this time it kind of like all fits really, because he's got the much more personal, hands-on
Yeah.
approach and stuff like that, whereas the old ownerships never really had that, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
And it then kind of like makes you feel as though, yeah, I think it's worth trying to do it as well. And you kind of like he's always there to give you help and advice and stuff like that along the way.
Yeah.
Whereas in the old place,
Yeah.
it were never really like that. Really, they were never really that. Probably confidence is one of the main words I'd probably use to be honest. It gives you a lot more confidence to be able to
Yeah.
stick your head above water to want to
Yeah. Yeah.
try and progress, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that I mean that makes a lot of sense. I think at least on mine, how we try and make or try and take the business forward is we try and see what probably wasn't working before the acquisition, and then try and
Yeah,
put in the resources or the people such as yourself, Jared, and so on in place so that I guess the business can run a bit smoother and
yeah.
you know, people are happier essentially, which is what it's all about.
Well, that's what a lot of it's about, isn't it? Really, you get a lot more from happier people. Not really happier people
Yeah.
bring you better results and stuff like that. And it's not just with me as well. You can see around the place the mood, if
Yep.
you like, is kind of lifted
Yep.
massively as well. To be honest with you,
Yep. Yep.
and a lot of that has been down to the changing ownership. A lot of that has been a direct thing of that. I personally think, to be honest.
Yep. It's great. It's great to hear that. To be honest, there's a lot of sellers that when we talk to them, obviously we work with like SMEs, and SMEs are
Yeah,
about people. So when we talk to them, they're very concerned about what could happen to the people within the business, this
yeah,
management team, and so on. Um, I guess we always try and portray that we try and take care of the people within the business. Would
yeah.
would you say that's been the actual case in with
I'd,
Robin?
I'd say so completely. To be honest with you, yeah. I mean the core people that have kind of like in the management sections now,
Mhm.
a lot of them are people that have kind of like been here before and grown into the roles. There's only been a couple of people, I think, that have come in from fresh, but a lot of people, such as myself and other people, have been people that have been here before and worked in the old regime, come into the new regime, and then probably similar thing to what I've just said to you, really. Taking on the added responsibility, and so there's been quite a lot of that, to be honest with you.